where the MCU went wrong. That's a pretty bold statement. However, ever since Avengers Endgame, me and a lot of people feel that the MCU has been on a downward spiral. I think most of you can agree that the MCU isn't the same anymore. In the past, it was everything. In the past, it was fresh. In the past, it was new. In the past, the resources were limited. The directors had to face adversity. The directors had to do the impossible. But today, the MCU has enough money to make their problems go away like Women with Me. Gotta put that in the script. Spider-Man Far From Home.
I have a plan.
It's the MCU's first project since Avengers Endgame. And how does it open?
Thanks to Kenneth Lim and Vihan Ramamurthy for their help with that touching video tribute.
This year has been nothing short of...
It is crazy. It's like insane.
Jason,
What?
no swearing.
The joke. Now I'm the last person to talk about things being overtly comical. I make everything a joke. But when it comes to following a studio's most ambitious, emotional, and grand project, you expect some seriousness. Now, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't mention the emotion that the film does have. We do see Peter deal with the loss of Tony Stark. We see how he tries to suppress it. It's well written in that regard, but there's so many scenes where everything is treated like a joke. The movie feels jumbled. How are we supposed to feel if the movie doesn't know how to feel? The amount of projects. With the introduction of shows in the MCU, the amount of content we're getting is insane. As a fan, sure, it's great to see so much of our heroes, but it comes at a price. These projects don't have enough time to get polished. VFX artists are tired, stressed, and overworked. And for what? More projects? More money? Fan service? Us fans are getting overfed. 2 Avengers movies in the same year is bizarre. It should never be that way. Us fans don't need to eat every month, but rather a few meals in the year that are big and fulfilling. Less money and more passion. Less fan service and more emotion. Less so much of a cinematic universe and just more of this universe. That sounded better in my head. I want these films to be different. They need to vary in style, different directors, maybe hire some young directors who can bring these stories under a fresh new lens. Have the fans make these movies for the fans. Now don't get me wrong, I understand not every director is an Oscar winner, but you have to give people chances. That's what the MCU started as, a chance. I loved Thor: Love and Thunder for the first 7 minutes. The opening to the movie was very strong. It had so much promise. I was so ready to see how the loss would affect the villain, but the film turned out to be a joke. It's hard to care about gore when the movie doesn't. The movie had so much potential, could have went in so many different directions. It had a man who literally lost everything, and a story of that man trying to find some peace and a sense of normality throughout it all could have been so beautiful. Taking the easy way out. It feels with so many of these projects, the MCU doesn't want to challenge itself anymore. It seems that the MCU has gotten at such a status where the fans will watch anything, that the executives don't care. There's no reason to take a risk anymore. They've already become the #1 studio. They've already made the money. So why try? Why fix what's not broken? And to be fair, it's smart, but it makes the movie suffer. It makes every film rinse and repeat. Everything's the same. The shows in the MCU were the ones I've seen. I think adding shows to the MCU is a smart choice if done correctly. Instead of cramming a story into a 2-hour film, why not spread it across episodes? But when there are 6 episodes and they're 35 minutes each, that just doesn't work. It's come to the point where the MCU shows even have a pattern. We learn about some big threat, they tease it little and little until the 6th episode, where everything is thrown at us at once. It's just not enough time. I think She-Hulk is one of the only shows where the amount of episodes really worked. She-Hulk wasn't anything serious. It's something that stuck to its tone throughout the entire project. She-Hulk wasn't meant to change the MCU. It was meant to show a little fun and lighthearted side of it. Instead of adding multiple different themes and making it feel jumbled, it stuck to its core. Whether She-Hulk is a good show or not is a different story, but at the very least, it sticks to what it tells us in the beginning. The shows are like many other MCU projects. They have a lot of potential, but it all fails, and it hurts. And it hurts because we've seen so much better. The early stages of the MCU will forever be the best. The stages where the executives were hungry. They were desperate to make this stick. Now they have everything they want at times 10. And now Marvel has a whole plethora of characters with buying the rights to Fox. And these characters will either get justice or get put out into half-finished projects. The MCU went wrong when it became about quantity over quality. All I can hope is that one day, hopefully soon, that this universe will no longer be filled with bad jokes, fan service, and a lot of other unnecessary things, and start showing us the inner human side of these superhumans and gods.